Good morning, distinguished dignitaries, esteemed speaker, respected colleagues, and dear participants. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this webinar on effortless research document preparation, harnessing the power of MS Word. Let me begin by extending a warm welcome to our esteemed speaker for today, Professor Dinesh K Gupta ji from Kurukshetra University, Haryana, whose vast knowledge and expertise in simplifying research workflows will undoubtedly enrich us all. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
I would also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the presence of our Revered IATLIS office bearers, Professor Ramesh Ji, our Vice Visionary President, whose leadership continues to inspire progress. Welcome, sir. Dr. Kushprit Singh Brar, our dynamic Vice President, who constantly steers us towards innovation. He is the moderator of this webinar. Welcome, sir. Professor Srinivas Raghavan, our Delegate Vice President, whose contributions are invaluable. I also welcome you, sir. Professor K.G. Jairam Naik, our energetic Joint Secretary. Welcome, sir. Professor Hemoti B.N., our meticulous treasurer, who ensures our financial sustainability. Welcome, madam. I am also delighted to welcome our regional secretaries, Dr. Harish Chandar, Professor P.G. Tadasar, Professor Manoj Kumar Verma, Dr. Jaktar Singh Ji, Director Collaborations and Partnership. I welcome you all. I also acknowledge the invaluable contributions of Executive Council members who are integral part of IATLIS success. The IATLIS platform continues to bring together participants from diverse states across India, united by shared mission of advancing library and information science education, research, and professional development. Your presence today reflects the strength of our community and our commitment to empowering research practices. The topic of today's webinar, focusing on efficient use of MS Word for research document preparation, is both timely and relevant. In an era of growing research output and stringent publication standards, mastering tools that simplify the process is critical for academics and researchers alike. I am confident that this session will provide practical insights and actionable tips that will not only save time but also enhance the quality of our scholarly output. Before we proceed, I thank each one of you for joining this webinar. Your active participation is what makes such event a success. Let us engage, learn, and grow together. With this, I once again welcome you all and hand over the session to the President of IATLIS, Professor Ramesh sir, to say a few words on this occasion. Over to Professor Ramesh.
Thank you, Professor Keshwaji, for your nice welcome to all the participants and the resource persons, including the office bearers of IATLIS. Most respected Professor Dinesh K Gupta ji, the very distinguished professor from the Department of Library and Information Science, Kurukshetra University, Haryana. Our moderator, Dr. Kushprit Singh Brar, the Department of Library and Information Science, Punjab University, Chandigarh, and all the office bearers of Indian Association of Teachers of Library and Information Science, including Professor Keshwaji, Professor Emavati Madam, and other distinguished office bearers. I personally extend a warm welcome to you all for this national webinar cum workshop on very interesting topic, which is going to be delivered by our very esteemed speaker, Dr. Dinesh Gupta ji. Friends, this is a workshop we thought of an idea when I met personally Professor Dinesh Gupta ji, one of the very confidential work at Delhi. And in fact, when I'm interacting Professor Dinesh Gupta ji, he has given a lot of tips related to MS Office in general, MS Word in particular. In fact, though I'm teaching this MS Office, like MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint, including MS Access and OneNote. And as of now, I learned only 20% of the features and benefits of MS Word. While interacting with Professor Dinesh Gupta ji, and I explored many ways and means to improve our skills and competencies to handling day-to-day activities, especially the academic and research activities for the students as well as research scholars and the faculty member. And then we thought of an idea to have a national level workshop come webinar on this particular topic. It has been chalked out, and it has been placed before the IATLIS members, and they have taken a lot of interest and initiation to make this workshop as reality. In this context, we have with us Dr. Kushpreet Singh Braur is going to act as a moderator for this particular workshop and come webinar. Professor Dr. Kushpreet is presently working in the Department of Library and Information Science from Punjab University, Chandigarh. He was completed his master's degree in Library and Information Science and also the PhD in Library Information Science with a specialized interest in spanning of electronic publications, knowledge organization, information literacy, and ethics in information services. Professor Braur has authored many books, including 42 research papers, which has published both in the national as well as international journals and conferences, and also published a few abstracts, and presented 18 research papers in the national as well as international conferences. Dr. Braur has received a very prestigious several scholarship and awards. Name a few that IATLIS Professor S.P. Narang Research Promotion Award for the year 2012, and also University Gold Medal for securing a bachelor degree in Library Information Science degree. He holds a leadership role in the professional bodies like IATLIS as a vice president, and also the Punjab Library Association has served on various academic board. In addition to this, Dr. Braur, as a member of Board of Studies and Board of Examination in many universities, and contributed extensively for the academic as research development. With these few words, once again, I welcome Dr. Kushpreet Singh Braur to act as a moderator. In terms of moderator, we're going to introduce our distinguished speaker after a few minutes. When it comes to the topic of today's presentation, before I'm take the opportunity to thank the Dr. Dinesh Gupta ji, just I have gone through some literature. It is found that MS Word in general, it has been used across the industries, organizations, institutions, including library and information centers in virtually any position requiring the communication skills, like handling the hands-on practice, particularly in MS Office in general, MS Word in particular. Hundreds of thousands of job positions require MS Office skills. Even I've interacted with some of the students. They said that they have settled very much in taluk office and sub-register office as a if you are well versed in MS Office, you can develop your skills and competencies. You can have your own, you can establish your own office like DTP office, where you can take a lot of jobs related to, if you are master your MS Office, both the basic as well as advanced skills, and particularly to preparation of the resumes, very interactive resumes, and improve productivity, and also to increase the teamwork skills using MS Office. With these few words, once again, I extend a warm welcome to all the participants and all the office bearers, and also the speaker, especially Professor Dinesh Gupta ji. And now I request Professor Dr. Kushpreet Singh Braur to take over the session. Go to Braur.
Thank you, sir. First of all, I thank you, the President of IATLIS, Professor Ramesha ji, and General Secretary Dr. Keshav ji, to giving me the opportunity to moderate this session. Especially when Dr. Dinesh Kumar Gupta ji is the speaker. He is like my teacher when I was a student. He is coming to take the viva and practical examination of us in my university. So it is honor for me to moderate the session of Professor Dinesh Kumar Gupta ji. Good morning to everyone and a very warm welcome for today's webinar on Effortless Research Document Preparation, harnessing the power of Microsoft Word. That is a dynamic tool. First of all, I congratulate all the participants for selecting this important webinar. This is a new learning journey for you. Whether you are a researcher, librarian, a student, or teacher, we all are working with documents regularly. We all know how challenging it can be to prepare a research paper and other document. From formatting to organization, it often feels like there is so much to learn and do. But this webinar is going to make this process very simple, efficient, and even enjoyable while using MS Word. During this session, our esteemed speaker, Dr. Gupta, will demonstrate you practical tips and techniques to help you create professional, polished research document and ease. Whether it is using template, managing reference, or formatting for your work perfectly, there is so much to learn. When I was a researcher working on thesis writing, it is one of the difficult tasks to organize the things and prepare, especially the make the table of content, add the page number of diagrams, figures, and other entities, because at the last moment, while formatting the thesis, the page numbers are changed. But with the help of mastery in Microsoft Word, these process we can make and change automatically with the help of a single command. And actually, I have listened this topic and discussed with Professor Dinesh Gupta ji when he came to our department, and I know how efficiently and with a hard work he prepared all these things, and all the students and researcher will be beneficial with this workshop. For the speaker for today's webinar, this is not the traditional webinar. This is one kind of training program for you. All of you are advised to must download the template provided by Professor Dinesh Kumar Gupta ji. The link of the template is available into the message. You all download and practice with him when he teach all these things. This is not the traditional one-way communication. The speaker is speaking and the participants are listening or doing another work. This is the interactive session. You can ask any question, your query, while raising your hand, and Professor Gupta will give you the chance to speak. But switch on your mic when the chance are given, and switch off the mic after finishing your suggestion, question, or another thing. This workshop is a new kind of starting for your research journey. For today's this webinar or training program or hands-on training, the speaker is Professor Dinesh Kumar Gupta ji. He is a professor in Department of Library and Information Science, Kurukshetra University, Kurukshetra. He has more than 32 years teaching and research experience. He has specialization in IST application, in libraries, AI tools, library classification, and knowledge management. He has authored 2 books and many book chapters. He has published many journal articles, and he has delivered more than 500 talks in the seminar, conference, and training programs. He served as a resource person within India as well as outside of India abroad, as a resource person in international and reputed association. If I read the full list of the achievement of Professor Gupta, I will take more than 30 minutes to read all the achievement. I will only read 2-3 important achievement. He is member of many bodies, syllabus development committees, curriculum development committees, research guidance committees. He has a recipient of many awards, especially Professor Veena Sarf Indian Library Leaders Award in 2019 and Literary Award from Emerald in 2020 and 2024. He has peer review panel of many journals. He is editor of Kurukshetra University's prominent journals. He has delivered many talks, lecture. When I was a student, I was listening as a student and as a colleague now at Punjab University, Chandigarh. Not taking your much time. You will judge his expertise when you learn from him during this webinar. With his wealth of experience, he is perfect person to guide us through today's topic. Now, not taking much time, I giving the mic and this session to Professor Dinesh Kumar Gupta ji to start this training program for the research scholar, Professor Dinesh Kumar Gupta.
Thank you, Kushbir ji, for your kind words. Good morning, all of you. At the outset, I'd extend my heartfelt gratitude to Professor Ramesha, President of IATLIS, for inviting me to conduct this practical session. I would also like to thank Dr. Hemavati for meticulously organizing this webinar and ensuring smooth arrangements. My sincere appreciation goes to all the office bearers of IATLIS for their kind invitation. Because we are short of time, I have a lot of tasks on my agenda. As already informed you that this webinar is designed to be more just not just a typical session. It will be an interactive and engaging session. I will be asking some simple questions throughout the session, and you are welcome to raise any doubts or queries at any time during the session. Before we dive into the session, I would like to know your familiarity with MS Word. I'll be asking certain questions and you can respond it in the chat. I will request all of you to participate in this session, in this part. That will enable me to understand your familiarity and tailor the session to meet your needs and expected better. Now I share my screen and then we will start. Okay, let us have a small survey about your awareness about MS Word. So there are very simple basic questions that I'm going to ask and want you to respond to these questions in the chat so that we can have an idea of what you know about MS Word. So my first question is very simple. How long have you been using MS Word? You can give years, the number of years. Okay, 4 years, 10 years, 25 years, 10 years. Wow. So we are having very experienced people, 10 years, 20 years, 25 years. On an average, I am seeing 5 to 10 years is the average duration that you are working on this. Okay, next question. In your opinion, how far are you aware of MS Word features? What do you feel? What percentage of MS Word, like Dr. Ramesha has said, he thinks he knows 20%. Myself, I also think I know 20-25%. Okay, 10%, 7%. I request those participants who have already attended my lectures, don't answer these questions because they know most of the command that I am going to tell. Okay, 65%, 60%, 15, 20, 75%, 25, 40, 45, 50. Wow. 80%. I have seen 80% also. Great, great, great. So it will be a challenge for me to tell you something new because all of you are very experienced people. Only for official communication. Okay, chaliye. Next question. So we can say most of the people are above 30-40% and up to 80% you know. Now I am asking a very simple question. You have to answer those questions. That will tell me and you your awareness about MS Word. How many of you have heard of triple click? Those who have already attended my lecture, please don't answer. Okay, I am getting no, 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 yes. There was one yes, no, 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 no. Okay, sir, that is not a proper answer. Okay, so most of you don't have not heard of triple click. Next simple question. You have to tell me some command for text selection. Most of the jobs are done by selecting the text. So you have to tell me any method of text selection apart from Control A. All of you know that. Shift arrow. Don't tell me that. Dragging mouse. Apart from these three options, how we can select the text? Select all is not a command. I want you to give me a command. No idea, no idea, no idea, no idea, no idea. These are basic. I'm asking very basic questions. These are the three only. No, no idea, no idea. B, what is B? I don't know. Yes, what is yes? Please listen and answer the question. Control Shift is not complete command. Okay, no idea, no idea, no idea. Great. Next question. All of you have seen arrow like this. All of we have seen all this arrow. But have you seen, any of you seen arrow like this? Direction of arrow? No. No, 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 no. One is yes, rest all of are no, 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 no. Yes, Jyoti. Okay. So only 3-4 people have said yes, rest all have said no. Okay. Chaliye, go to the next question. All of you know there is a home key on the keyboard. What is the task of home key in MS Word? Anybody? Wrong, wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. I don't think anybody uses this key, which is very helpful and very easy key to use. Okay, extreme left. Okay, that's to some extent it is true. Off settings. Wrong, 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 wrong. Okay, so we are not aware of, most of us are not aware of home key. Yes, Madhu is right. Madhu has given the right answer. First line, no. Okay, we have got 1 or 2 right answers, but most of us are not aware of this term. My next question is how to repeat same formatting or other text in document. Suppose I have formatted some text like bold, italic, underline, color change and all that, and I have to repeat the same formatting at other places in the document. How we can do that? Anybody? Okay, there is one answer. Using format painter, correct. No idea. Through HTML, wrong. I'm talking about Word, not HTML. Format painter. Okay, many of people know about format painter. Pointer, no. Format painter. Yes, most of you are aware of Format Painter, but today I tell you much advanced feature than Format Painter. Of course, Format Painter is there. Now, my last question again. Now, what do you think about your awareness of MS Word? We were having 25, 30, 40, 80, 75%. Now, after going through these small questions, simple questions, 10, 5, 25, 20, 30, 40, why? Now, I'm not seeing any 50% or 75% or 80%. Most of them have come down to 5, 10, 20. One is saying before this was 80 and now, but now 50. I don't think even 50 is there. Okay, so now you have an idea that what are you going to have in this session. Means you will get something that will be beneficial for all of you. Since you have joined, so you must get something. Now, because I know people are not aware of MS Word, they are not trained in MS Word, because most of us are using it by hit and trial method. So I have been delivering lectures in orientation courses, refresher courses, and at other platforms on MS Word, advanced features of MS Word since last 15-20 years. And I have yet to meet a person who can say, yes, you have not told me anything new, something that I already know. Of course, some points everybody knows some of these points, but not exhaustively all the points. So I had a plan to organize some workshop for MS Word, and but I was not getting proper opportunity. Then one of the colleges in Punjab arranged a workshop for 3 days workshop on MS Word, 3 to 4 hours daily. It was a workshop organized by a college in Punjab, and one of the participants was in the conference, and he requested that they also want to arrange a same workshop. So we organized another workshop during the COVID in 2020. Then I arranged one workshop myself in 23. Another workshop was organized by CMK College, Sirsa. She is also the lab is also there. This workshop, though she has attended so many workshops, but she always
Sir, you are not audible properly.
is.
Hello?
Keep joining
Respected sir, the voice is cracking.
my workshop. And then I arranged another workshop in June 24 on MS Word, and I attached AI also with this research. So to read, still I feel I know 20-30% of MS Word, because I since learned even now I'm learning about MS Word. So for this,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, better reconnect it.
So, the time we can utilize it as Professor Dinesh Kumar Gupta will rejoin within 2-3 minutes. All the participants are informed about the IATLIS. The IATLIS is going to organize its national conference at Tata Institute of Social Science. Our treasurer, Dr. Hemavati, will send the invitation as well as the brochure of the conference at your email addresses. She will post with the certificate, the brochure. You can all get the benefit of this workshop and save your time in writing the abstract for that conference. And all of you are invited to participate in that
Hello.
workshop. IATLIS, Tata Institute of Social Science.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Conference yes, sir. Yes, sir. On March 29.
I'm
and
sorry,
30.
actually, I changed my network. Maybe there might be some problem with the network.
Yes, sir. Now the
uh,
voice is clear.
Okay, okay.
You can
So,
start. Yes.
yes. So I have been arranging workshops, different workshops of MS Word. And last September, the CMK College again requested to arrange a workshop. We organized a 2 days workshop on AI. It was practically demonstrated, and people also practiced simultaneously with us. So that is a little brief about what I'm doing. Now we will start with our practice session. And I have shared a file with you. If somebody wants to practice simultaneously, they can do that. And because we are not much aware of many of the things, so I'll be starting with the basic, starting from the cursor movement. Okay. So if you want, you can write the commands in your notebook or on some Word file, and then later on you can practice all that. So first I'll start with the cursor movement command, means how we can move within the documents with different methods. So all of you know there are arrow keys. We can use left or right arrow key to move one character right, left arrow key one character left, up arrow key one line up, down arrow key one line down. Then we can use arrow keys with combination of control. So we can use control right arrow to move word by word, and we can use control left arrow to move letter by word by word. Left. Hello.
Sir, can you maximize the screen?
Screen. I have shared screen. Screen is
Yes,
visible.
you
Not.
share,
It is,
maximize it, sir. Maximize it.
I have maximized. It is maximum full screen.
Make it full screen, sir. But here it's not visible properly to us.
Actually, I think it will be done from your
It is
side.
full screen, sir. You need to change your layout.
You have to change your layout.
Yes.
You make your layout full screen, because from me it is full screen. Hello.
Yes, sir. It's full screen. You continue, sir.
Yes, sir. Please continue.
Yes, it is. It is the user end, because for me it is full screen. Okay. Should I continue?
Yes, sir. Please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Okay. So I was telling about cursor movement. So I have seen many people moving character by using arrow keys, but you can move faster using control arrow. Then you can move word by word. You can see on the screen, we are moving very fast if you use control key. Okay. Then I asked you home key and end key. I have seen many people do not know about home key and end key. They don't use it, but you can use it moving very fast. Home key takes you to the beginning of line. Just one stroke, instead of moving character by character or word by word. Home key takes you to the beginning of line, and end key takes you end of the line immediately. I think you can see my screen. It is visible. Okay. So we can move very fast using home key and end key. Next, we can use control down arrow to move to the beginning of the next paragraph. You see, we can jump para by para using control down arrow. And by using control up arrow, we can move to previous paragraph. I hope everybody knows what is a paragraph. Enter means paragraph. Whenever we press enter, it means a paragraph. Okay. Similarly, we can use control home to go to the beginning of file. Wherever we are, we can go to the beginning of file. And control end. You see, I have 12 pages in my file. And if I want to go to the end of the file, I'll just press control end. I'll immediately reach to the end of the file. Now I want to go to beginning. Instead of using arrow or moving line by line, I can just press control home. I'll reach to the beginning of file, first page. So that is how we can move faster using all these keys. Then there are two keys. I don't know how many of you know that. There is a one key page up and one is page down. Can anybody tell me the use of page up, page down? Anybody? Sharmila Hari, okay, God. Yes, anybody?
Moving into paragraph wise?
No.
Backward or forward?
No. Actually, page up, page down does not have nothing to do with the page. It moves one screen at a time. You see, not the page. Now this is the page break. Okay, it moves screen by screen. So if I go up, it moves up one screen at a time. Now if I reduce the zoom, now you see, if I use page down, just one or two steps, I'll go to the next page. That is how we can use page up and page down to move faster. And if you want to go to the next page, you can use control page down. You'll reach to the beginning of the next page. Control page down, beginning of the next page. Control page up, beginning of the previous page. Control home takes the beginning of file. Many people confuse. It goes to the beginning of paragraph, beginning of page, or no. Home takes you to the beginning of line. Control home takes you beginning of file. Control page down takes you to the beginning of next paragraph, and control page up takes you to the beginning of previous page. Is it clear? Let us go ahead. Okay. Now, mouse, we know how we can go to with the using mouse. But if you want to scroll, you can press the scroll button once. It will be converted like this. And if I want to move, now it will auto scroll my document. It is automatically scroll. When you see there is a point here, so I move away from this point, the document will move faster. If I come nearer to this point, document will slow down. And if I go up, my document will start scrolling in reverse automatically. And where I want to click, I can click there. So that is how we can use the cursor movement keys. Okay. I hope it is clear now. Now let us go to the next set of commands, that is text selection. I asked question about text selection, but none of you could answer that question. So I won't tell only those commands. I won't tell that I just asked you not to tell. So we can use, first I'll talk about selection using keyboard, then selection using mouse, and later selection using both keyboard and mouse combination. So if you want to select with the keyboard, we can use shift right arrow to select character by character right side. And if you want to select left side, the shift left arrow, move selection character by character. If you want to select word at a time, the shift control arrow was taking us one word right or one word left. So now we will combine shift plus control plus right arrow. So we can select word by word. So we can select faster. Similarly, if we combine shift control left arrow, we can select word by word left side. So we can select faster. Otherwise, if we use character by character, that takes a lot of time. Okay. Now, home key I told you takes you to the beginning of line. So if we use shift home, it will select text from the cursor position to the beginning of line. So my mouse was here in S and I. So in just shift home, immediately selected cursor position to the beginning of line. And if I press shift end, it will select cursor position to the end of file, end of line immediately. So that is how we can use selection. Now, I told you control home takes you to the, anybody? Control home?
Beginning of the
Anybody? Beginning of
page.
file.
Page.
File, not page. Don't confuse. Beginning of file, not page. If you are, say, on 100 page, it won't take you to page number 99 or 100 page beginning. Control home takes you to the first page, wherever you are in your file. Okay. And control and takes you to the end of file, wherever you are at the starting point. Now we combine shift plus control plus home. Okay, let us see. I am on the second page. Okay. Now I press shift plus control plus home. So you see it has come to the beginning of file, starting from the cursor position. Okay. That is shift plus control plus home. Similarly, if I press shift control end, so cursor position to the end of file, it will select cursor position to the end of file. This is my end of the file. So that is how we can select the text very fast. Most of the people use the text by dragging the mouse like this. That takes a lot of time. You can select very easily, very conveniently. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir, please repeat it,
Next.
sir.
Clear, sir, clear.
Anji. Somebody is saying something. Somebody is asking.
Yeah. Repeat that comments, sir. Comments.
Okay. You see, I repeat again. Shift plus control plus home. Select the text from cursor position to the beginning of file. Suppose you are on page number 25, line number 10, and you press shift control home. So line 10, page 25, you will the whole text will be selected up to first character of the file. And if you use shift control and, it will select text up to the end, starting from the cursor position. Okay, that is important. Next, we know there are function keys, and function keys are for shortcut. They are called shortcut keys. I am telling you another method of selecting text using keyboard. If you press, we will use function key F8. If you press F8, you see nothing has happened. But now I won't use shift key. Actually, F8, once pressing F8 once, the selection mode starts. Now you don't need to press shift key anymore. You just use arrow key, it will start selecting. If I use control arrow, it will start without using shift key. It will select word by word. If I press end key, it will go to the end of line. And now again, I can press. So I don't need to press shift key anymore. If I press control end, it will select up to the end of the file. So it keeps on selecting, right? So to stop selection mode, we will have to press escape key once. Now it won't select anymore. Selection mode stops using escape. Is it clear? Next. So we had just pressed F8 once. Now I press again, we will start because I stopped the selection. Now, second command, that was first command. I have pressed F8 once And now I'm pressing F8 one more time. So if you press F8 two times, a word will be selected. Right? And if you press F8 three times, a sentence is selected. Please mind, sentence means dot to dot. Computer does not know, MS Word does not know what is sentence. Sentence, for it, sentence means dot to dot. Suppose there is an abbreviation. So it will take dot to dot, not the full sentence. So we have to keep in mind, it does not understand what is the full sentence. Okay. Now I have pressed F8 three times. Now I press F8 one more time. It will select a paragraph. If you want to select paragraph, you can press F8 four times. And if you want to select the whole document, then you can press F8 one more time. So 5 times F8 means equal to Control A. The whole document will be selected if you press F8 5 times. Is it clear? Now to stop selection mode anytime, we will have to press Escape key. Like suppose I have pressed F8 twice. Oops, sorry. I have pressed F8 twice. I have selected a word. Now, if I press any key, now text mode is because on, it will keep on selecting. So to stop selection mode, I'll press Escape, and now it won't select text anymore. I hope it is clear now.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, please
So that was these were some methods using keyboard. Now I'll tell you some methods of selection using mouse. Most of you know double click means double clicks on a word, select a word. If you double click on any word, a word will be selected. Right? So I asked you about triple click. So I'm telling you first use of triple click. If you press triple click in a paragraph, whole paragraph will be selected. And it does not work only in Word. It works anywhere. It works in PowerPoint. It works in, say, even on browser also. If you are browsing some site, you want to select a paragraph, just triple click there and the paragraph will be selected. It works everywhere. All these techniques work everywhere. So to select a paragraph, just triple click and paragraph will be selected. Is it clear? Now, next, very important thing. I asked you about an arrow. Have you seen arrow? The reverse arrow. Here. I showed you that all of you have seen this arrow, this type of arrow. But most of you said we have not seen this arrow. So I am showing you this arrow just now. You see, now we are doing selection, text selection. The condition is you bring your mouse left side of the text like this. Now you can see the arrow. It is a different arrow. Is it clear? Now you can select text using this arrow. If you click, the whole line will be selected. Please mind it, your arrow should be on the left hand side. Only then it works, because otherwise click will just insert the insertion point anywhere. So on left side, click before a line, one line will be selected. If you want to select 2-3 lines, then you can just drag like this. Press first and then drag the mouse. And if you want to select a paragraph, you can press double click. Within paragraph, triple click. On the left side, you will press double click. It will select the whole paragraph like this. And if you press triple click, the whole document will be selected. It is much easier than Control A. It is equal to Control A. Okay, got it? Triple click. I think that will make your life much easier.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, all of you know that in MS Word, by default, now I'm moving. Okay, sorry. I forgot to tell you about the selection using mouse and keyboard both. So by using, suppose you want to select a sentence, so why to press F8 3 times? You can press Control and click. A sentence will be selected. Control plus click. Okay. Control click, select a sentence. And I have seen many people struggling when you have to select certain text through 2-3 pages. Then we drag and go up and down, and we don't know how to stop and where to stop. I'll tell you a very easy method of this. Just click on the starting point. Just look at it carefully. Click on the starting point and move your ruler and come to the point where you want to select. Press Shift key and click. Very easily you can select the desired text without struggling to move up and down. I repeat, click on, there are 2 steps. Click on the 3 steps. Click on the starting point, scroll the mouse, come to the end point, press Shift and click. The desired text will be selected very easily, very conveniently. Okay. Chali, let's move to the next command. We are moving just basic command now, by now. So by default, MS Word gives Calibri body font, and I won't discuss basic command like font size and all. We know all those commands. But one thing I just want to tell you. You see, by default, it gives Calibri body and font size is 11. Whereas mostly we use Times New Roman font and 12 size. So every time we open a new file, we have to reset the font and font size. You can set this problem very easily, very conveniently, so that every time you don't need to set font and font size. Like you see, I press here and I open a new file, and you see my font is 12, but it is Calibri. Now I want to change this. What I'll do is, in any file, I'll just go to this font dialog box and I'll change the font to Times New Roman, font size 12, and I'll press set as default. Set as default. It will ask this document only or our document based on the normal template. So we will say all documents based on the normal template. Okay. And now you see my default font is set. Now I close this file and I open another file now. Now you see my default font is Times New Roman 12. Okay. So that is how we can set the font, default font, whatever font you frequently use, set that font. Similarly, when we use page setup, so we keep on struggling every time we have to page setup. So I go to page setup. Now, I don't use 1 point margin. Normally, I use 0.8 on all the size. Whatever font size font margin you want, you can use it. And I use 1170, and I don't use these unless I specifically need them. Now I want that all my documents should be set like this. So instead of pressing OK, I set as default and yes. Now you see my font size is setup is done. And now if I open a new document and I go to page setup, you will see my default font are set. Okay. So that is all. These can make your job easy. Okay, if somebody has not downloaded this file and want to practice now and want some text in the file, I tell you command you can type equal to rand and number of lines and number of paragraph that you want within bracket and press enter. You'll get the text. Okay. Once again, equal to rand, number of paragraphs, number of lines per paragraph. Approximately it gives the same. So that is how we can get the text, and now you can practice in this file. Okay. Next. Another formatting that most of us are not familiar with is paragraph setting. Can anybody tell me, see, we want extra space after the paragraph, isn't it? So can anybody tell me how you give extra space in the paragraph? I know how you do that, but I want to know from you.
Press
Enter.
tab.
Line and paragraph spacing.
I'm asking extra space after paragraph. So most of the people press enter like this,
Yes.
and we have given extra paragraph, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. We press enter. I know that, but I have just told that enter means paragraph. So whenever you press enter, it means you have entered an additional paragraph, though there is no text, but still we have entered a paragraph. So that is the most wrong method of doing this. So you should never use enter to give extra space. Another thing, we want to start our paragraph on say ½ inch or 1 inch. So what I have seen people doing, they keep on pressing space. Please note down, never use more than one space anywhere when you are using computer. Nowhere you should use more than one space. That is the basic funda. Another important thing, everybody should note down. When you use punctuation, you should never use space before the punctuation. And you must give space after the punctuation. Okay, let me first show you this. What happens when we give space before punctuation? You see, this is the punctuation. You just keep your eyes on this. So I give space before the punctuation, and what you have seen, this dot has come to the beginning of the next line. Okay, so if you give space before the punctuation, then throughout your document there will be a punctuation in the beginning of line, and normally we don't like to give space in the beginning of the line. So now you see, I remove that space and try to put some text, more text. Now the word will go with the punctuation. Only if I give space, then a punctuation will remain there. But if I don't give space before the punctuation, then the word will go to the next line, not only the punctuation. I hope you understand now what I want to say. Now, I was telling about paragraph setting. So we should not use spaces, use more than one space for giving paragraph. There's some people use tab. That is satisfactory, but it is better method is you should go to paragraph here, or right click in the paragraph and go to paragraph. And here you come to this part, special, you'll find first line. So here you can give ½ inch or 1 inch, whatever you like. So that is how you should set the first line. Then here we can give the line spacing. We know that. The main thing that I want to tell you is how to give space between these two paragraphs. If you press enter, You look at my cursor, it is staying in between because there is a paragraph. And when I select this, so this part, this extra part is not selected here. It is the selection is up to the text only. So that means we have entered a paragraph. Now I remove this paragraph. So how to give this extra space after paragraph? So for that, we go to paragraph. Here are options: spacing before paragraph and spacing after paragraph. We should use this part. I'm just using extra space just to show you how it works. You see, we have given extra paragraph. Now, if I go and move my cursor, you see it does not stop in between because there is no paragraph, extra paragraph here. And when I select this paragraph, because this part, this extra space is part of this paragraph, is also selected. Is it clear? I hope you understand now. Okay. Now let us properly fix this paragraph. So what we can do is we can just justify first line 1.5, and normally I use 6-point font, and we can set this paragraph. The beauty of this setting is it is set automatically. Next paragraph will be set automatically. If we want to type new paragraph, so it will be set by default as we have already set. Okay. So if we start set the paragraph in the beginning, then we don't need to reset all the paragraphs. Another thing, you can set this setting by default also. Select the paragraph or right click, go to paragraph and make all the adjustments that we want. Normally I use instead of 1.5 I use 1.3. So you can type 1.3 here. And now you can press set as default, so that we don't need to reset all the times. And this document only or all documents, same way. If you want to set this setting for all the document, then you can click here. Otherwise, you can click this and then say OK, and you see all your paragraphs are set accordingly. Just because we have set default. But the one problem is that if you have tables or if you have headings, captions, all will be set accordingly. So for that, we have to set them separately, or we have to reset them separately. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So that make our job very easy, very convenient. We don't need to reset all the text and everything again and again. I hope you understand how to set default formatting or how to set a paragraph. Now we come to the styles. Like I want to make it a heading. So how we do it? We do all the things that we don't need to, but don't do what we should do. What we will do? We will make it, say, font. We will change the font size, make it bold, maybe italic, maybe underline, maybe change the color, and we'll do everything, right? But it is not a proper method of making it a heading, right? So what is the proper method of making heading? I'll just tell you. You should make heading from here, heading 1. Let us this is heading 1. Heading 1 means first level of heading. Okay. Okay, this is heading 1. And then we can make heading next level is heading 2. To make it heading 2, the subheadings, we will make them heading 2. And if there is subheading, we can make it subheading. Let us say, make it heading 3. Right. But the problem is, we will set all these headings. But the only problem is that these headings do not match with our text. Because you see, it is Calibri light heading 16, blue color, but we want to make them proper font, proper. We want to make them properly. So what I will do, we'll apply this heading 1, heading 2 from here, and then we will format this heading. How? We will make it bold. We will change color. Then we will change font and size, etc. Whatever we want. Now you see, automatically it has given space before and after also, so that it's not just tie with the text. There should be some gap, space between the headings. But the problem is, we have made it, it's fine. Heading 1. Similarly, let us format this one also. We'll make it bold, Times New Roman. Let us say make it 14 and black. But the problem is, we have to set all the headings, heading 1, heading 2, formatting again and again. So how we can apply them, the same format to all other headings? Anybody? Yes, somebody has given right answer. So now what we can do is, we have formatted one heading, one caption. Now we go to heading 1. Oops. We will right click on heading 1. Please listen carefully. We have formatted one, we have applied heading 1, heading 2 everywhere. We have formatted heading 1 once, and we will go to heading 1, right click and update heading 1 to match selection. Just that's it. Now you see all over heading 1. We didn't change this. This is heading 1. This is heading 2. So all heading will be set automatically. We don't need to format all the headings one by one. Similarly, we have formatted, this is heading 2. So we'll go to heading 2, right click, update the match, and you see all our heading 2 are set automatically. So similarly, we can set our different headings. Is it clear? Heading, subheading, how we can format them? Now, if I apply somewhere heading 1, let us say make it heading 1. So I apply it automatically. My setting will be done as I have set by default. Okay. Now format painter will take a lot of time, so we won't use format painter here. Of course, format painter is possible, but now all settings are done, and accordingly we can apply. Similarly, if we apply heading 3, so we can format it, and accordingly we can apply the update the heading 3, and it will be done automatically. Let us make it say italic, and font we should reduce it, and our paragraph formatting we should say 6, and here we should say 4. Okay, and now we can update, and all our heading 3 will be updated accordingly. So we'll format only one heading. The condition is we already either we should already apply all those headings, or we should, like this is heading 2. So number all heading will be same. Now I am not happy with this setting. I go to paragraph because it is not giving proper space before the paragraph. So I change it. Now I want all my heading to be the same. So I just go here, update heading 2, and all my headings will be set accordingly. Just look at that. So that is the beauty of MS Word. That is how we can make these things faster. Is it clear? If you run off heading, what do you mean by run off heading? Heading, you can create a new style. You can create a new style, of course, no doubt about that. You can create your own styles as you want. But then heading 1, base will be heading 1, 2, 3, where they will be used further. I hope it is clear to all of you. Now, I want to show you something. Like, let us go to a new file. And now I'm showing you how to create multiple level listing. Multi-level listing means like when we writing thesis, so we want to give name of the chapter, then we want to give say chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and heading within the chapter we want 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and if we have subheading the 1.1, 1.2 like this. So how to do that, I'll just show you. So we will go to this is list, and this will go to multiple listing. Okay, and we will define a new multi-level list. Please see it very carefully. It is a little bit complicated, but very, very convenient and very, very useful method for formatting the chapters, headings, and subheadings. So I have gone to multi-level listing and define a new multi-level listing. Now what I'm going to do is, first I'll delete this part and I'll say chapter space, and I'll add a number from here, chapter 1. I want colon after that. Okay, and I have to match this with this level, and style heading 1. Next is I want a space after colon. I'll say here I'll say space. I want 1 space. Okay, and I want to indent the text to 0, and I align all to 0, and I want to say set for all levels. All levels we want at the beginning, so we will say 0 here, and okay, all level will be 0. If you want multi-level listing, then you can use that. Otherwise, I want all my heading at the 0 level. Okay, then I'll go to font, and here I will make some changes. I want it to make it bold, and I want to make the chapter heading size 18. And if you want colored, you can change the color. By default, my font is Times New Roman, or you can set the font Times New Roman. And okay. Right. That is first. Now I go to second level. Now listen carefully. I'll remove this, and now go to this point, include level number from 1, because we have created 1 level. So we want to say heading 1.1. So we have added level 1, that is chapter 1. Now I'll put a point here, and now 1 format 1, and now it should be level 2, heading 2, and space and font. Let us make it bold, Times New Roman, and let us make it 14, and done. If you want to change the color, you can change the color also. So we have done heading 2. Now we will make heading 3. So I remove this, First, I'll put heading level 1, means chapter 1, then point, because sub point, and now again point, and it will put it 1. This will be level 3, style heading 3, space, font, let us make it 12, bold, maybe bold or bold italic. If you want to make it bold italic, let us do that. And let us make it 14 only, bold italic, and okay. So similarly, you can define more levels also. Let us define one more level. Level 1 dot, level 2 dot, level 3 dot, and 1 space, and level 4 heading 4. Font, let us make it 12, bold, and done. So that is how we will define different levels. Or we can modify this one. Let us make it bold only, and make this one italic, bold italic. Okay, it is your choice, the way you want to show them. So once you have done, say okay. Now I want to add chapter 1. We have to make some formatting here. Once, make it bold, black, font, Time New Roman, and size we took 18. Once you have to do it and update heading 1. Okay. So similarly, we will have to update others also. Now let us say introduction. And now I put, now you see, I have not given chapter 2. It has given automatic chapter. Let us say literature review. Now I am going to the next chapter. 3 is research methodology. Chapter 4, data analysis and interpretation. Chapter 5, findings, conclusion, and suggestions. So we have created different chapters. Now the beauty you see is, I want to create a heading here. So I'll go to heading 1. As I told you earlier, we will have to format once this also. So we will make it bold, black, Times New Roman. Once you will have to do it and update. Okay. And let us see paragraph also. Paragraph is okay. Answer. Similarly, we will go to this one also. Make it bold, black, Time New Roman, and update. And then make this also bold, black, and Time New Roman, and update. That's it. Now you see, if I make it 1, then it will give 1. I want to make it. It will be automatically 1.2, 1.3. And if I make it next level, automatically 1.2.1. And if I change this one, the 1. It's sub part of this, is sub part of this, and let us make it like this. It can be subpart. So that is how you can set. Now let us go to second chapter. Let us see what happens if I give the heading. Automatically heading will be given. We don't need to bother at all how to give the numbering. I have seen many theses giving wrong numbering, but here no issue at all. Similarly, let us go to the any chapter. Let us go to third chapter. So it is sub part of this one. So automatically it will be set. Let us go to the last chapter. Here we can put something. Just to save time, I am just putting as text, random text. Okay, got it? I hope you understand this,
Yes, sir.
how it works. Now, what is the beauty of this? What is the benefit of all this? I'll just show you. Now, I want to see my headings, my captions throughout my document. What I will do is, we will go to view and we will see navigation pan. Here is navigation pan. Click here and you see all your headings and subheadings will come this side. Wherever you find an arrow, that means there are subheading. And where there is no arrow, that means there are no subheading. Now suppose I want to see only my main chapters, main headings. I can see only main headings. Is it clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
If I want to see some subheadings of first chapter, I can click. I can see all headings, subheadings of first level heading. This means third level of heading. And if I go to this chapter, then there are more headings, subheadings. So that is how we can see and watch, view our chapters, chapter heading. We can jump directly to any part, any of the headings. We can directly jump, no issue. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
You see, I can jump to any part within seconds. I can have a glance. What are headings? What captions are there? Have I repeated some caption? Or I want to say rearrange the headings. So that thing become much easier. Is it clear? Okay. Next.
Yes, sir.
Major benefit. This was a little benefit. Major benefit is I have seen people struggling to create their contents list of contents. And in some of the cases, there are different page numbering and all the errors are there. All those can be resolved very easily if we have given captions, headings like this in a very easy, proper manner. Now I'll show you how to add a content list just with 1 or 2 clicks. You see, I have not seen what are chapter name, which chapter is on which page. I'll go to references and click here, table of contents, and there are different types of list of types of contents. And I'll say whatever you like, you can just select, and I'll click and my chapter is, list of chapters is ready with subheading and caption and all. Page numbers are always correct. There are no mistakes in page numbers. You see, my fourth chapter is on 5th page. Okay. I can go from here, control, click, I'll reach to that particular chapter from this point. Now let us add some more. It is not 5th page, but I have add some more pages before this. Now you see this chapter is on page number 10. Okay. And let us add some more pages here. And my 5th chapter has gone on page number 15. I'll press Control Home to come to the beginning of file. But here my page numbers are different than actual page numbers. Now, since I have once added this list, I'll just click here, Update Table. It asks page numbers only or entire table. If you have changed the captions, if you have modified some headings, captions and all, then you can update entire table. Or if you have added the pages, then you can use update page numbers only, and I'll say OK. And you see my page numbers are updated automatically. How much time it took to prepare list of tables?
Fraction of second.
If you have followed the proper prerequisites, only then it can make things easier. And it will be your chapter page numbers will never be wrong in your list of tables. Okay. Now I come back to my file. Here I'll discuss with you some problems related to the tables and figures. Okay. Can you give me just 2 minutes break?
Sure, sir. Sure.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
So all of you are enjoying the very interactive and interested session on MS Word, and it is really helpful. I share when I was a research scholar, and even then when I am working as a teacher, many of the scholars do not make the detailed table of content because they need to add the page number or change the page numbers. Now, with the help of this technique as shown by Professor Dinesh K Gupta ji, it is very easy to share these, to make these things. In last moment of time, they use the shortcuts, only the giving the name of the chapter and only the page number, not the content of detailed divisions and subdivision of the chapter, like introduction, review of literature, data analysis, and these are the 5 chapters. But with the help of the technique shown by Professor Gupta, we can make the table of content with this technique in fraction of second, including all the headings and subheadings, research methodology, objective of the study. Each and everything is clearly, and we all are from the library and information science. We know the importance of table of content, how it helpful for the reader to read each and every point of the thesis. And this is very useful and interactive workshop, and you can ask any of the question when sir is back after a little break of 2 or 3 minutes. In the meantime, we coming back. I already discussed about the IATLIS. IATLIS is going to organize its national conference at Tata Institute of Social Science. That is on 28th and 29th March 2025. And the main theme of this conference is Re-Amazing LIS Education, Collaborative Integration of Indian Knowledge System with National Education 2020 Frameworks with Social Science. And there are 5 sub-themes, especially integrating Indian knowledge system in LIS curriculum, National Education Policy 2020, redefining LIS education, digital transformation, and Indian knowledge system, LIS in social science, new directions. And there are many subdivisions. So you can choose any of the area as a specialization and prepare your abstract and PPT and full paper sent for this conference. The detailed brochure will be shared with you after this webinar, and there are some paper submission guidelines. It is easy for you after this workshop to cope up those guidelines, whether it is the font size, spacing, abstract writing, word limit. You can easily now skilled to use these use of this workshop for your paper writing as well as the thesis writing. For abstract submission, the last date is 31st of January. So you have the time of 11 days, and if you send an abstract, you can submit the full paper till 28th of February 2025. And Bombay, you can, all of you know, this is the place where you can visit the top class institute, Tata Institute of Social Science, as well as the beauty of the city. This is one of the famous for many things, whether it is river, oceans, whether it is the beaches, whether it is the Bombay Stock Exchange, and many other things. You can visit at the Bombay, and there is a nominal registration fee because IATLIS is non-profitable organization. We are not getting much registration money. It is only the expenditure of the conference, and you can participate in that conference. There are many awards. You can see the detailed brochure for the awards and submit your paper.
Thank you, Dr. Prof.
I'm back.
In addition to that, there are questions like how to use MS Word as a reference style manuals. Hopefully, Dr. Dinesh Gupta ji will going to cover that also.
Dr. Saab, I'm back. What should I do?
Yeah.
Yes, please
Should I
continue.
continue with my agenda?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, tables, making tables are very complex, and sometimes we face many issues, many problems while formatting tables or designing tables for our, say, project or article or thesis. Sometimes what we do, I'll discuss some of the problems related to tables and how to prepare a list of tables, how to give captions to the tables, and all these things we'll be discussing now. Sometimes what happens, we bring some table from some other source, maybe from the internet or somewhere else, and we see the table goes beyond the page boundary, like in this table. Now, how to reset this table? Because otherwise we can say adjust like this, but I don't have the border of the table here. So what I will do, what I can do, and how I can do it very easily and conveniently. So you just select the table and come to page table layout, go to this auto fit, and come, either you can take auto fit content or you can take auto fit window. I'll show you the difference between the two. When you say auto fit window, table will automatically adjusted according to the width of the page, including your margins. And if you use auto fit content, then automatically your table will be fixed depending on the contents. And we will further beautify this table. I'll show you how we can do that. Sometimes the text is not equal in different columns. Like you see, one column has a lot of long text, but others don't have, and it doesn't look nice. How to set this properly? So we can set auto-fit contents, and you see the table will be set automatically, and it looks much better than the previous version. Again, another problem is sometimes some rows have more text, and the columns are uneven. The rows are uneven. What we can do is select the table and go to the distribution rows. So you can say, but you have to see whether it is appropriate, or because it will adjust the width of the rows according to this any column that has maximum text like this. Or you can do auto fit content, and then you can see like this, you can adjust the table. Then sometimes what happens, a column breaks through the page to different pages like this. This column is divided in two parts. Now, how to bring all the text of a single column on same page? So you just select the table, right click on the table, go to table properties, and there is an option we have allowed it, allow rows to break across pages. We have allowed it. So stop it, and now our column, the text won't spread throughout the pages. Text of one column will always remain on same page. Is it clear? Another problem, I think that is most frequently used problem that most of us face. That is, the table breaks through different pages, and when we go to the next page, we don't know what are the headings of this table. Maybe table is broken to other pages also. I'm just adding the columns. Okay. So how to get these headings at the beginning of every page? What you can do is, sometimes some people do is they just select this row, copy and paste in the beginning here. But that is not a foolproof method, because whenever you will make any change, even sometime if you delete a single word or some text, the table will go up or down and your heading will come in between. What is the foolproof method, proper method of doing this? So select the table first row. Please mind it. Select the heading row, and here is an option, repeat header row, and header row will be automatically repeated. Just see. And when we remove once the table comes to single page, the header row will automatically disappear. Okay. Another method of doing this is, select the first table, right click, go to table properties, and click this option, repeat as header row at the top of each page, and then OK. Please mind, condition is you should be in the first row. Only then you can activate this option, otherwise it won't work. I'll just show you. If I'm in between the table, this option is not available. It won't be available. It is available only when we are on the first line. Now it is available. Anywhere on the first line, header line. Okay. Then sometimes we may face a problem like normally if you see, there is space on the sides of the text, left side, top side, bottom side, everywhere, all around. But sometimes, so particularly when we copy table from some other place, you won't find any text may happen. This may happen with you. So how to give spacing around the text in a table? For that, select the table, go to the table layout, and there is an option cell margins. Come here and give margin here. And you can see it is much better than earlier. Okay. So some of these were some of the problems. I hope now you understand this issue. Now I'll show you quickly how to beautify a table. Let's take this table. Suppose this table is like this, and now we want to make it a proper table. So first, let us make it auto fit contents so that the table is properly done. And now we want to make it in the center of the page. So select the table from here, this point, and then make it center. Now go to design, or you can go to borders and shading. You can use. Okay, let us go here. Oops, sorry. Borders and shading. And now take the option grid and take the thicker line and say okay. Now we want the first line to be thicker. For that we will, and first column also we want to make it special. So we will put like, oops, sorry. We will take this one. Now we want to make first line bold, captions bold, and make it center. And I hope I have taken a little thicker border. We should take a little bit thinner border, all border. And that is how you can make the table beautiful. It doesn't take much time in that. I hope you understand this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, very important thing is how to give every table, every figure should have a caption. How to give captions to a table. Normally, I've seen people give say differently. Let me take all these tables to the other file. Then we will see what happens. I'll take these files, copy. I'm just randomly putting these tables. I put 2-3 tables on chapter 1, and I'll put 2-3 tables in this chapter. Okay. We don't mind the contents, etc., because my purpose is just to show you the techniques. Okay. Now, please don't look at this table number of table 1, table 2, table 3, because we are not going to use that. I'll delete this one. So we won't give table number like this. We want to include chapter number also with the table number. So let us see how we can do that. We'll go to references, and here is the option insert caption. We'll go there. We'll select table here. And you see automatically it has given table number. But we want to add some other things also. So we will go to numbering and say include chapter number and say OK. You see, automatically it has given the chapter number, but we need to change this hyphen to dot. We want to add period and OK. Right? And say OK. Now we will give colon space. And now I want to give this table caption. So I insert caption. Automatically it has given number. I can put colon and space here also and say OK. Space I'll have put here. Now I go to, let us give name to this table also. Insert caption. Automatically it has given 3. OK. Colon space. Let us come to this chapter. Now I want to give name to this table. Insert caption. You see, automatically it has given 2.1. I have not done anything. Colon space. But problem is I have not given name to this table. I have to give name to this table also. Let us name it. Again, it has given 2.1. But the beauty is it has changed the number of the next table automatically. Means sometimes when you write your article or you write your thesis, you take to your supervisor or discuss with somebody. So you may need to add some table in between. You need to remove some tables. You need to rearrange some tables. And every time you have to shuffle the numbers, write your numbers. You don't need to if you have done the job in a proper manner. But the number, as many number of tables you want to add, you can add. You can remove, and as number of tables you want, you can remove also, rearrange. Whatever you do, it will arrange the numbering automatically. You don't need to renumber the tables. Is it clear? Now I'll show you. Okay, let us put some tables here also. In chapter 3 also, we will put some tables. I'll put these tables. Okay. Now I give number to this table, caption to this table. Automatically it is given 3.1 colon space. Now if I renumber this table, caption, colon space, it has renumbered the table automatically. Now if I give caption to this table, I don't need to bother about the table numbering. All system is automatic number has changed. So you are free to add, remove, rearrange all the tables and need not to bother about the tables. Let me tell you one thing. Sometimes you may, the word may not renumber the tables. In that case, you just right click on any of the captions and okay, option is not on number. There we will just click on, right click on the number, table number, and here is given update field. If the word does not update your numbers of the table, renumber your tables, just right click on the number of the table, any of the tables, and there will be option update field. You click it and it will renumber automatically. Okay. Now we want to format this structure, this caption. So we come to home key, we come to styles, and we define a new style. Create a style. So let us say we will define a table style table. And now we want to, wait. First, let us format this one. Bold, italic nahi karenge. Paragraph formatting. After we will keep 4 and this we will keep this one and then done. Okay, maybe it justified, and okay. Then font size maybe 14 or 12. Let us 12. Okay, so we have formatted. Now we will define a new style, create a style called table. Okay, and instead of formatting, just we will, because early if you had, we would have defined earlier, then we didn't need to repeat this because we had not defined the style earlier. We want uniformity in our whole document. So that is how you can set the table. And once you have applied this style, then we can definitely modify at any time. Now, suppose we want to change it, change the style, then you select any of these styles, and then let us make it red, italic, and just to see how we can update the style. Right click, update field, and all the style, these captions are updated automatically. That is how we can use it. Okay. Now that is one part. Now most difficult part for all the researcher, any of the researcher, is to create a list of tables. I have seen people, even the professionals working in the market, they just copy paste all the captions, then checking the page numbers at different places, and then they prepare the list of tables, and that may be prone to errors. Now, how we will do it? We'll just go to references, and we will say insert table of figures, and done. Okay. Automatically it will check up pages, table number, caption, and all. That's it. And if you want to see any table, just control click, we will reach to that table. Yes, dear friends, what do you think? How difficult it is to create a list of tables or list of figures?
It's easy.
Similarly, we can use figures also. Figures have their own problems. If you want, I can tell you that also, how to fix the figure. Sometimes what happens, figures move at different places and caption moves to different place. It happens many times. Then how to fix that problem, that issue? Let us see that also.
Yes, sir.
And when we have more figures in our document, then sometimes what happens, the figures, many figures come together. They become a bunch. And we forget from where we have brought that figure. That makes it difficult for us to find the exact position of the, or fix the figures. So we will make the figures, we will freeze the figures. Again, I am pasting on different places. Okay. Now, how to fix the figures? Let us see. First, enter a table of one cell. Select the figure and paste it in that particular cell or table. Now, go to table layout and use fix auto fit content. So that table is not, we don't see extra space in the table. Now, select the table and center it, because we want the figure center right or wherever you want. Make it like that. And now just select the caption. We want to add the caption to the table. Right click in the figure and insert caption, or you can go to references and say insert caption. Automatically it has, because it is giving table, so we will say figure. And automatically it will show you, go to numbering, say include chapter number and period. Okay. Okay. This caption will come under the figure within the table. That means now the table will move along with the figure as well as the caption. And now either we can define the separate format for figures, or we can apply the same format. I don't like this style, so let us change this a little bit. अच्छा नहीं लग रहा इतना. Update. Okay. Now we don't want the border, so select the border, go to home, and here no border. You see, now wherever we will move it, caption will never go away from the figure. Then we have another figure. The same way, we will just put a table, one cell table here. Take the pictures, put it here, go to auto fit content, make it center, and right click, insert caption, 2.1, colon, space, paste. And now apply style and no border. So simple. Now, wherever you will take this figure, it will remain there. And caption won't be away from this table. It will never happen. And we have added list of content and list of tables. We can put here a list of tables. Let's make it center. And we want to put a list of figures. So we will say list of figures. Just references, insert tables, और यहाँ पर हम ले लेंगे figures. Okay, done. हो गया automatically. And once if there is some updation, then you can update the table from here. You go to table, update table. If there is a number change or some caption are changed. Isn't it very difficult task?
It's not difficult, sir.
Okay. One more thing.
Sir.
That very few people know. What happens when we use table number? We have to give interpretation of the table also. And when we give interpretation of the table, what happens? We give reference table number 1.2 above and below like this. But what happens once, suppose we have deleted some table, or we have some rearranged the tables, or we have added some table. So figures will change automatically. The table number will be changed automatically in the caption. But what about the description? In description, they will remain as it is. Isn't it? What is the solution for that? The solution is, I'll give you the solution. Suppose we are writing here, let us say the table 1.2 above shows that, something like that. So now here, instead of putting table like this, we will go to here in references, cross reference, and we will find here tables. All the tables available in our document will be visible here. I want to use table 1.2. I'll say 1.2, and entire caption I want only label and number, not the caption. Okay, insert. So now I have put, you see, this reference. Now whenever the number will change, the sequence of the table will change. This will also change automatically. That is the beauty. Otherwise, sometimes what happens, we are giving table number 1.5 and here we are saying the table number 1.2. So that that is not appropriate. Now, for above also, we will give another reference. We will say here, if above / below. Close. It has given automatically above because table is above. If we have given description above the table, then it will automatically say below the table, table 1.2 below. So you won't need to bother about the description, the changing the table number or figure number in your description also, interpretation also. It will take, Word will take care of that automatically without any problem, without any issue. Is it clear?
Yes,
So
sir.
I think if we have, Dr. Saab, do we have time? Some more time?
Sir, you can take 5 minutes more.
Okay. Any specific query from any participants?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Any query?
There was some questions in the.
Actually, time is so short. I want to cover maximum things, but it needs 3 days.
Body is asking about the adoption of automatic reference styles in MS.
Okay. Okay. Let us talk about the references also.
Yes.
Right. Now, for references, most of us are researchers or library professionals. We know there are footnotes, endnotes, and other things. So we have to manage the references. For that, first we have to go to manage sources, and we have to insert the data. You see, there are different types of documents. Like if I go to new, I'll have to first enter the data like book section, article, from paper, periodical, conference proceeding, report, website. There are so many types of documents that we need to patent, interview, case study, etc. So first we have to see the type of document that we want to insert. So first you have to create a database, right? And suppose let us take journal article. Then we'll have to field the field author. So now suppose you are not sure how I should give the author name, the means, surname, forename, how we should give. So there is a help given, edit. Go to edit, it will automatically say, let us say last name Sharma, first name, let us say Raj. Raj डाल देते हैं. You should be very careful about giving spacing. You should not give any extra spaces here and there. And you can add. Now suppose you want to add more author in the same document, then you can give another author. So it will adjust automatically. It has automatically given Sharma, Raj Kumar. Then say okay. Then we can give title, let us say use of artificial intelligence in public libraries. Okay. The journal name, let us say library management. Year of publication, let us say 2024. Pages 10 to 22. Okay. So this is minimum requirement that we need to go say and then say okay. So we have added another document. I have added some documents already. And now this left side, there are two parts, left side and right side. The left side are the whole documents in the same database, and I can select some of the document that I want to use in my current document. So I'll say copy, it will be added here, copy, because I don't need to create different databases. Create one database, keep all your records in there, and select specifically for that particular document. Okay, then close. Now suppose I want to give a footnote here. I say insert footnote. I can select from the list. Okay. Now this style will depend on the reference style. There are different reference styles available: APA, Chicago, IEEE, Harvard, MLA. Because different style has different method of inserting. Like if I change MLA, now it's automatically it has changed. Now if I change some other style, then let us see what happens. Let us say Chicago. So it has changed, given differently. APA, comma. So I don't need to think anything. Now IEEE, it will change automatically. So depending on referencing style, it will give. Now suppose I want to give endnote, then say insert endnote. It will automatically give. Endnote means at the end of the document. So I can give like this endnote. And if you want to prepare a bibliography, then go to bibliography, select the style, and insert the bibliography. It will automatically change the style. If you want to say it is APA style, if you want to let us add another bibliography using the MLA, let us say, it has changed the same in the MLA style. We don't need to bother any punctuation, capitalization, how to give name, how to give other things. So it will automatically set.
Yes,
That
sir.
is how we can, because we are short of time, that is why I have given told you like this. I would like to cover one more thing. There are many things left, but I'll just give you one more idea. You see, I have added so many pages at different places. Can anybody tell me how I have added pages? I have seen people, suppose I want to go to the next page, I want to add a page. What people do is, they just keep on pressing enter until the new page comes. That is not a proper method. I have just told you the enter means one paragraph. Okay, and we have entered so many paragraphs here. So this is not the method of inserting new blank page. It means we want to add forcibly a blank page. How to do that? For that, you go to layout, break, and use page break. Now you see automatically I don't have put any pages enters. Directly I am going to the next page and on the exact point of that page. So never put extra enter at any point. Another thing is, sometimes what happens during our thesis or other things, we need to say add a different page, like horizontal page for table. So I have seen people preparing those tables on a separate file, but you can do that in the same file itself. Like I'll show you, we have all vertical page, portrait pages. Now I want to make this page number 20 as a say landscape mode. So what I will do, I'll just show you. So now we will insert a section break. Whenever you want to make some different sort of arrangement, then you should add section break. So I add one more section break because I want to make this page different. And now I change the layout of this page. So one page is in landscape mode, and rest of my pages are in portrait mode. So that is how you can change the orientation of the pages.
Yes.
That is one use, but the section breaks are used for extensively for different purposes. We don't have time to cover all that.
This is very helpful in making the figures on the landscape mode. I know personally you have many things. Those are not covered in this session, but we
I
are
think
running
that will
out
be
of
sufficient.
time.
That will be sufficient. Thank you. Thank you very much. If anybody has any question, then you may ask separately. No issue.
As we are running out of time, participant can write in the message any query or feedback. And if we will have the time, we will take out that.
I hope all of you might have got something to learn, something new.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There are many things, sir.
It was
There are
very
many.
useful, sir. Thank you so much.
Any question?
Professor Dinesh Gupta ji.
May I question?
One by one, please. Yes, sir. Professor Misha ji. Please, sir.
Professor Dinesh
Hello.
Gupta ji. We
Yes,
could not
sir,
able
sir.
to see your face now. At least we can see now.
Yeah, sure. Actually, I just keep my video off during lecture because sometimes the network issue is there.
Yeah, true.
I prefer to keep my this off. Yes.
Vasudev ji, please ask.
Sir, one question is here.
Yes. Anybody any questions?
Yes, sir.
जी.
सर मैंने आपका जो सेशन है पिछली बार भी अटेंड किया था और मैंने आपके सेशन को अटेंड करके अपना थीसिस भी बनाया, मैंने सारा कुछ मैंने सबमिट भी किया है सर। पर मुझे एक बात अभी समझ नहीं आया, जैसे कभी चैप्टर हम जैसे आपने चैप्टर नंबर 1 चैप्टर नंबर 2 लिखा है, ये सारा बनाया, ये सारा मैंने भी किया, लेकिन मैं एक सेपरेट पेज नहीं बना सका। इसमें जो एक बड़ा पेज होता है बीच में सेपरेटर जिसे कह देते हैं, उस टाइप से नहीं बना पाया मैं सर, वो बता दीजिए एक बार प्लीज।
सेपरेटर मींस
एक ओनली ब्लैंक पेज होता है, उस पे सिर्फ चैप्टर का नाम लिखा होता है ओनली, और बाकी चैप्टर नंबर बाद में होता है स्टार्ट सर।
I'm not getting what you say. Just section break लगा दीजिए बस, और कुछ नहीं है। Make a section break.
Okay sir.
Normally the heading page make with the help of
you need to say
software.
you want leaves in between for the chapters. That what you want to say, na?
Yes, he
about
the chapter
means
one
you want just chapter number on one page, and your chapter should start on the next page. That's
Yes,
what you
sir.
want to say.
Okay, yeah, okay sir.
है ना? For that you just use this page break, section break, not page break. You can use page break or section break, whatever you like. Actually, I have not covered page setup. In page setup, we have not covered pagination, etc. There are many things left during this session. Anybody else?
Actually, due to the shortage of time, we have not covered many things, and in future we will conduct, sir, a 2 or 3 days workshop with you on this topic.
Somebody asking for mail merge.
It will take, it may take some time.
There are so many things left. All things can't be covered
We
here.
will organize one more workshop with the continuity of
We
this
will organize one more
Because many
workshop
questions
of
are there.
2 days or 3 days.
Yeah.
Online.
MS Word 2.0.
Let me.
It should be offline workshop.
Yes, sir. Many
Offline is
other,
more
many of them
Actually,
are-
offline is always better because interaction can be much more than in online mode. Normally, when I have 3-day session, then I keep on say asking the participant to practice in between after every step. But now, because I wanted to cover maximum without due to shortage of time, I couldn't give time, or I couldn't ask in between many things.
Okay.
Yes, madam.
Thank you, sir. Let me conclude.
Thank you.
For this informative and innovative session for learning. You have covered all the topics from the basics of MS Word, whether it is font setting, space setting, paragraph heading. These are the smaller things, but more beneficial for the researcher. Table setting, table beautification, table numbers, figure making of the table of contents, list of figures, tables, and references also. Honestly, I personally first time learn the automatically add the heading of each page of the table, as well as the figure caption inside the figure. I honestly accept it. I never know this method earlier. I learned from this workshop or seminar. There are many other things we have learned from you. Thank you, sir. For the formal vote of thanks, I pass to Hemavati ma'am.
Thank you very much, sir. So on behalf of IATLIS, I would like to propose a sincere thanks to Professor Dinesh K Gupta Sirji for enlightening us about the different advanced tool of MS Word, which are very much helpful in writing thesis and dissertation, and even in conducting day-to-day activities also. And also, I would like to convey my sincere thanks to Dr. Kushpreet Singh Brar for moderating the session very nicely. And also, I would like to convey my sincere thanks to the president of IATLIS, Professor Ramesha, for setting the proper direction for the for today's webinar. And also my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Keshav for making this event, from initiating this event and making this event successful. And also I would like to convey my sincere thanks to all the participants for their active participation. And finally, I would like to say thanks to all the office bearers and the persons who are directly, indirectly contributed to conduct this event successfully and for the success of the event. Thank you one and all. And many of them asked in the message box, yes, the session is recorded. It is available. It will be uploaded into the IATLIS YouTube channel. Whenever you want to have a reference, you can go and refer there, and you can access anytime. And you can join IATLIS webinar group also. And I assure you that on behalf of IATLIS, we are going to continue another 2 to 3 sessions from Gupta ji for making you whatever the points we have raised. We are going to cover all those aspects. This is the main objective of IATLIS. It is going to bridge the gap between learners and the teachers. So always we feel happy to conduct this kind of a webinars, and all the registered participants will get the certificates just within 3 days. Thank you so much. And I hope if anyone want to say anything, I can.
Thanks from my side to Dr. Dinesh Gupta ji, Dr. Kushpreet Brar ji, Ramesh ji, Madam ji, and others. And also my humble request is those who have not become the member of IATLIS, I request them to avail the membership of IATLIS, and we seek your cooperation and coordination for the continuation and welfare of the IATLIS. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you all. Thank you so much
for this nice presentation.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Professor Keshav ji. Madam, thank you.
Thank
Professor Brar, thank you. We'll meet in Mumbai.
you.
Thank you.